Hey guys, and welcome back to the Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 Let's Play. Sorry if this is sounding familiar. I'm still learning commentary. But we are now in the devil himself, Radical Train. Why do I call it the devil himself? Well, let me put it this way. Radical Train is the same level number for all three characters. And they're all traveling through it at roughly the same time. So here's the thing. This is the 6th level for Sonic, the 6th level for Shadow, and the 6th level for Silver. This truly is level 666. This game really likes making references to the devil. Alright, be careful here. If you hit that dash ramp by the side, you will just fly right off of that loop. Radical Train, this is one of the shorter stages, and this one is also a bit tense, because you actually have to chase after Elise's train. Silver is the only one who's not chasing after anything. You need to use the bounce bracelet to get up there. Shadow, you have to race against Eggman's train in order to destroy it. Sonic, you need to get to those switches to destroy all of the explosive crates before Elise's train reaches it. Those enemies take a lot of hits. So, you do need to be fast. When we can get Sonic's gems, we can make this level a lot easier with one of them. But for now, start doing it the hard way. Destroy the gold robots. And that way we can get the bonus points, break up these crates, and we need to blow up those explosive crates in order to do this. Radical Train's music is actually kind of similar to the tornado music in Crisis City. More silver medals. Alright, break open these crates. I swear that spring was in between the crates, so I don't know where it was a moment ago. Sonic? What the heck was that? Yep. So, utilize your ability to homing attack on the rails. When Sonic says go on top of the train, what he really means is go on these rails. It's just not made immensely clear. That was a pointless spring. Why is it there? Right, that'll actually just skip that little enemy section there. Alright, this is where we can utilize the bounce bracelet to deal with enemies faster. That was much quicker. Alright. Max speed section number 3!
Elise's train is... Uh-oh, gotta speed up.
Yes, we do. And again, don't use the light speed dash here.
Yes.
There's a ring trail here, we don't need to worry about it.
Yes.
Right, this is all about utilizing how long you hold down the button for. I can go on top of the trains, it turns out. I'm pretty sure I should have gotten hit there. And Sonic does hit his head when he does that. So, by simply tapping the button, you can make you can have Sonic's jumps go much quicker. Sonic's supposed to land on the wall. There's some weird stuff happening here. These trains will blow up. Avoid the flames. They do have large hitboxes, so just be aware of that. I nearly got that silver medal. Yeah, don't worry about the final part of the train. Doesn't explode.
Yes.
This is the only time there's invincibility in a max speed section. Unfortunately, it stops right there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I should have gotten hurt there, but I didn't. Easy S rank. So yeah, the longer you hold down the button, the further Sonic will jump in the max speed sections. So, as long as you simply tap the button, you can get over those trains. That also applies when you're trying to jump over those cylinder objects in the Crisis City one. And when you're trying to make all of the short jumps in Kingdom Valley. You do have to utilize how far Sonic jumps, which is still pretty poor design. But, that is the end of the first part of the devil that is Sky Canyon train. A Sky Rail Canyon, I guess Bullet Station as well, and Radical Train. But that is the end of the devil. I don't want to save. That is the end of level 666 for now.
I knew it. I knew you'd return. You had to.
You again. This time, there will be no more interruptions. The Iblis trigger must Die!
Sonic.
What was the point of that slow motion?
Ha!
So how was your little walk?
That wasn't even a minute!
Elise! Ha! It's time to end this! Who? Nephilis! Why are you getting in my
She's
way?
clipping through the ground.
I'm Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog.
And I am all of me. A smile. And we'll find out how they get along later. I have to say though, aside from the kidnapping and that slow motion, I really do love that cutscene. Annoyingly, we have to watch it 3 times.
Now stop it. You have nowhere to go.
I would rather die than be your prisoner again.
So what are you going to do, Princess? Do you plan to jump?
Suicide in a Sonic game. Black Knight was not the first.
Farewell. Sonic!
You won't get away that easily.
So what's Eggman going to do to prevent us from getting away that easily? Boss time! It's the Egg Genesis. Another callback there, since this is the 15th anniversary. Well, when this game came out. This game is almost 10 years old, believe it or not. So, it's time for the second Eggman fight. And if you thought that the Egg Cerberus was easy, well, this boss fight is a bit of a pain for Silver. For Sonic, well, we now have an even easier boss, and it's all because our homing attack can defy gravity. So, simply avoid the missiles. It will try and fire a laser at Sonic. Collect the rings. It will summon robots. Don't worry about that. Now, first I'm going to show off what you're supposed to do. When it does this, these robots will appear. Want a homing attack along them, run up the wings, jump onto the head, and just bounce on it. That is what you're supposed to do. But there is a way you can make this a little bit faster. Right, these missiles will home in on Sonic, so just be aware of that. Pretty poorly though. Lasers aren't really any issue. Now it lowers itself, run under it, and by using your gravity-defying homing attack with the bounce bracelet, don't worry, Sonic will get stuck, but he will eventually clip through it. And you can actually attack the underside. I don't know why Eggman decided to give it 2 weak spots. That is where you're supposed to attack it with Sonic. Alright, that explosion is really annoying with Silver. I never even get hit by it. But I never even touch it, but it still hurts me for some reason. Oh, having a boss that doesn't actually damage you when you touch it. It's weird. Oh, ball! I couldn't move! That wasn't fair, I couldn't avoid that. But yeah, there are times where this thing fires. I'm far away from it, but I still get hurt for some reason. And that is how not to destroy it. Okay, the little scripted jump was a bit delayed there. So for its final attack, the Egg Genesis will sort of just try and charge at you as it lands. Fun fact though, even if you have no rings when it hits you, your death animation takes a while, so even when you die, even if you get hurt without any rings, you won't actually die, it will go into the victory animation. So you're not in any fear of dying there. But, we still got our S rank.
That was incredible!
And that is really makes you believe that Eggman's IQ of 300 is simply there because he doesn't know how to count to 300. As was shown, well, since Sonic 1 actually. Because Eggman is not a very smart fellow at all.
That was a gutsy move back there.
Well, I was desperate and, I just had to get away. I owe you a lot, Sonic. Sonic!
I'll head into the jungle.
Okay.
No offense to Lacey Chabert, but the delivery of that okay was not the best. So, we are now in the Soliana jungle. Well, this is the Soliana forest, actually. We're not quite in the jungle yet. How does one town, in what's supposed to be a realistic setting, have an ice world, a jungle, a beach, and a canyon, and all of that in one location? As you can see, the robots are completely gone, and you can now see just how big and empty this hub world is. I don't like going through this hub world. It's not so bad with Sonic, it's not so bad with Shadow. But Silver, who only runs at about half of this speed, it takes him forever to get anywhere in this hub world. Forever. Why is this hub world so big? Look, there is nothing here. Why does it need to be this big? Trying to find your way around this back section, particularly around all the trees over there, is surprisingly maze-like, actually. But we don't need to worry about that for now. That comes later. For now, we simply need to get into Tropical Jungle. Which you do, because remember how we were able to get across the quicksand before? You can do it with water as well. And yes, it gimps Sonic's jump. I don't know why that happens. But use it to get along there, jump into the mirror, and we can now enter Tropical Jungle, which when you're playing this on an HD TV does actually look really nice. So this is our second and last of the Princess stages, and the only one in very hard mode. Dusty Desert, you're not carrying Elise in very hard mode. You're still doing it for the standard hard mode, but not very hard mode. Alright. Thank you, Sonic. Yes, we will indeed run straight up. I always get hit there. I can never avoid that gunfire. If you try and land on the rail, you will get hit. Alright, now what this level does is... Let's try going this way. I believe I tend to... Whoa! Yeah, sometimes the homing attack doesn't work in this game. It happens more so with Shadow than Sonic, but it does happen with Sonic. Alright, what we need to do here, this is a gimmick we have in this stage. Swing on these flowers. When it glows, that is when you need to use it. Otherwise, you're not going to get high enough. So, just make sure you swing on it a few times, and you can take a bit of a shortcut. You can homing attack that robot to make jumping through that thing a bit easier. And this level they do it as well. Whoops. The spring sent me into that, by the way. So this stage does have a few similarities to Frog Forest and Lost Jungle from Sonic Heroes. Not too much though. Ooh, is that far enough? That might not be far enough. Okay, right. Surprisingly, we can grind on this. Now, here's the thing. Jump here. Otherwise, you will probably just clip right through that spring, which is very annoying. Alright, I didn't quite hold the thing long enough to get that silver medal. It doesn't matter. Now what happens? I will never give up the fight! Alright, now this is a bit like Green Forest from Sonic Adventure 2, only it's automatic. I do like that though, it's a nice set piece. Even if it is ripping off one from Sonic Adventure 2. Except that you're not in any control of that whatsoever. Right, this is really awkward. Oh no, it's later. Later on, it gets a bit awkward with the camera and the overall level design. Yeah, depending on what dash ramp you hit will affect which of those you get. Right here, it is very possible to simply run off the side here when you're going around that loop, but it's still automatic. No matter what direction you push, Sonic will always go around that thing, but you can very easily just run right off the edge. Thankfully, if you're fast enough, it is possible to land back on it, but you have got to be pretty fast. Anyway, we now enter the second section, Tropical Jungle. Both of these areas are actually unique to Sonic's story. Rouge and Silver never go through these. I think that's the only time that happens. There are times where the characters do go through their own sections of the levels, but I think this is the only time where Sonic has a whole level dedicated to just him. He does go through. He does go through a section for Rouge and Silver in very. Oh, I landed in the water. I couldn't see. Well, there goes the S rank. You drown and hit deep water, by the way. So, okay. As long as Sonic's knees are in the water, you will drown. Alright, let's go this way this time. Unfortunately, this game's gravity is really annoying. It is very broken. And when you're on something that's cylindrical in design, that was annoying right there. You can quite... Oh, it sinks! You can ride on those things in Silver's story. I haven't played this level in a while, by the way, if you couldn't tell. But, let's try doing this properly. I don't normally have this much trouble with Tropical Jungle. As with Dusty Desert, it's a princess stage, and it's quite a short one at that. Right, let's try doing this without dying now. That's better. That's not. Oh, I missed the flower. Let's do it again. I apologize for my poor playing skill. Okay. What happened? What happened there? That was weird. I didn't know I could homing attack their heads. Oh. Animal cruelty. I think. Why am I still holding the button? Well, it didn't help me regardless. Cut! Alright, let's try this again. What way does this go? See, we do have multiple pathways! Oh, I hate this game's gravity so much. This game's gravity is crap. But we're here. That is my worst ever run through of Tropical Jungle. I usually don't have that much trouble with Tropical Jungle. But that time I did. And I just got the A rank.
I'm so happy.
This is a Let's Play, but don't follow everything in it. Specifically, Tropical Jungle. But that is the end of Tropical Jungle. It's a very nice stage. It has lots of multiple pathways. It's just the game's gravity is going to be your enemy. Because this game has virtually no sense of gravity. The only thing the characters don't do is float upwards.
Looks like we've lost them.
I'll settle things here. Elise, you should go back to the castle.
Okay.
No. Don't go back to the castle.
Sonic?
Yeah, because of those petals, we now have one of our
So
very nice
beautiful.
CGI
I've
cuts.
seen so many flowers before. Sonic, have you visited many wonderful places before?
Yeah.
Once you defeat Eggman, you'll leave, won't you? Though I've been frightened many times, I've also enjoyed this adventure. It allowed me to be something other than a princess. I was able to be myself. A girl.
It sounds like being a princess isn't that easy.
It isn't sometimes, but I love this country. Everyone in the castle, the children, all my citizens really.
Couldn't tell by her head,
Same love
Elise is a puppet.
my late father and mother had.
Don't cry, Elise. Become a strong queen who doesn't cry, no matter what happens.
And so, I do my best to protect my country. I understand everything my parents said to me now. Sonic, if you leave here to go on another adventure, remember this place.
Definitely.
His gloves are made of leather.
Elise?
I'm fine. Sorry. I mustn't cry. I can't.
Elise? Smile.
If anyone hears any beeping, that is my mum trying to test out the carbon monoxide detector, unaware that I'm recording. That face really bothers me. He's got no inside of his mouth. It's just black. Now this is looking very familiar, isn't it? The egg carrier flying over the city, facing lots of shadows.
Princess Elise, ruler of Soliana.
If this is Silver Story, Amy will also look up at it.
You have forced
Like that.
me to take drastic actions. Meet me at the specified point alone at 4 o'clock today. Failure to do so on time will result in my leveling of this city so that nothing but ashes remain.
Miss Elise! I cannot allow harm to come to my people. Miss Elise! It is my duty as Princess of Soliana to go.
Her face is
There
really
is
creeping me
no
out.
other choice.
This is the only time we ever see Elise's castle. You can see it in the New City Hub world. Not the New City, the Castle Town Hub world. Head for Wave Ocean. Why? Why are we heading for Wave Ocean? There is no need to go to Wave Ocean. This is simply padding.
This is
As we'll
terrible.
find out in the next part of Sonic the
Princess
Hedgehog
Elise went to see
2006
Eggman
Let's
by
Play.
herself. Tails, please help her.
Later. We'll help her